Hello, everyone.
Hi guys.
We hope you're all doing great and we hope that God is taking very good care of you. My name is Amito Mitra. I come from Kampala, Uganda, East Africa, but I'm currently living in the United States of America. Why? Because I am married here to my amazing and lovely husband.
Must be me. Thank you for saying that.
Yes, so I'm here because of my husband. Today is a beautiful day. My husband came back from work
It
and I was
was nice
like,
out there.
Mr. Husband, you're not resting. Come and join
We have
me.
work to do.
Let's do a video. Yes, and today's video, I wrote down a few questions, and if we answer to these questions, it will give us a clear understanding about marriage because we are new in marriage. We've not even spent a year since we got married, but I feel like this will help us understand our marriage better and also encourage or help some of you who are either getting into marriage or are in marriage right now to understand marriage better because I'm sure you'll also have answers for your own selves
Right.
depending on how your marriages are looking like, how your friendships are looking like. We are not in the best position to give marriage advice. That is why we have decided to just ask ourselves questions. English disturbs me, honey. So when you see me struggling with English, come in, help your wife.
Well, I'm waiting for my opportunity here, and all I was going to say is that there's really no right or wrong answers when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's just about gaining insight. So, we might have a few opinions on how things are going for us or how we think things could be going or should be going, yada, yada. But for you, that might be totally different. So,
Yeah. So I wrote down the questions here. And yeah, my husband was not with me while I was writing these questions. So
I saw she was deep in thought, though, so I'm sure they're insightful indeed.
yeah, so I may not have phrased the questions so well, so don't judge me. But here we go. Annie, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. So the first question is, you know how people keep saying that in marriage you have to pray for a good partner, you have to pray that God gives you a very good partner. Everyone has their own perspective about who a good partner is, right? So, question number one, what's one thing you've learned about being a good partner that you wish more people knew?
I think selflessness. There's going to be people who say that relationships are maybe some kind of, I don't know, power dynamic, or it's about, you're supposed to be this way, they're supposed to be that way. But in my opinion, it's a little more fluid, and so I think when you get into a relationship, you have to remember that you're putting this person above anyone else, and so there's going to be times where maybe you disagree with what's happening in that moment, but it's for the good of the relationship or even just the good of your partner, and that in and of itself is enough.
Sure. I have a lot of peace of mind right now, and I feel like if my husband wasn't good to me, maybe I wouldn't be having the peace of mind that I have right now. So I think by being a good partner,
It's nice of you to say.
yeah, by being a good partner, you give peace of mind to not only your partner but to the people around you. In case you have children, the children will have peace of mind. You have peace of mind, babe.
Absolutely, total peace of mind, and I think that the way you're describing peace of mind, it directly ties into the concept of confidence. And so, if someone can have peace of mind to that degree, they're going to go through life more confident, and that's going to make them excel in a lot of ways. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I
and be
agree.
better people. Yeah. Okay, number two is, what are the things we do that make each other's lives better? What are the things that I do for you that make your life better?
Well, right away, my mind goes into, are we talking physical or are we talking maybe more emotional? Because if it's
Any.
physical, I mean, the classics, cooking, of course, I'm able to fend for myself and put together whatever I can, but you are 1,000 times better of a cook than I am. And so when you make things, it's really nice. And I just appreciate not maybe having to do so much work in that department. And then just lending a hand with errands and chores. The fact that there's two of us and not just one of us, that's really nice. But that's just physical stuff. I mean, the emotional aspect of having someone to come home to, that comforting touch, or just words of encouragement. If someone isn't sure about what to do or where to go, that's the best parts of a relationship, I'd say.
There is something that my husband always does. So you all know, not even a year old in this country. I came recently, and it's quite challenging, maneuvering in a new country where
Any new
you
country,
don't know
yeah.
anyone. But there are times when I'm not even like, okay, sometimes I'm thinking about home, thinking about my mom, my siblings, and life in general, and I'm just seated there in thought. But my husband will never let me be in that like position. He'll always come and ask me, "Oh, honey, what is wrong? Is there anything I can do to make you feel better?" Him noticing that and being so quick to come to me and find out if there is something I'm worried about, or there is something I'm going through, and asking me how he can be of help is something I consider priceless. Like, I just want you to know that it does make me feel so good. And then
It's really sweet of you, honey.
and then my husband, you know how growing up from wherever I grew up in Africa, in Uganda, we've grown up seeing our fathers be the breadwinners, do everything. I'll be very honest. I don't remember seeing my father wash dishes, clean the house, those things. One thing I remember is my dad slashing the compound.
Certain chores might be things that he does, and then
Yeah, he would help. He would slash the compound. He would help with planting
physical stuff. Yeah.
flowers outside and a few crops here and there, and help also with, because we used to rear like ducks and chicken. And my dad would help with that. But I mean, like inside work, chores. My dad never did
Right,
that.
mostly outdoors.
So I really appreciate the fact that most times, I'll be very honest with you guys, I think ever since I came to this country, staying with my husband, I think I've done chores. I've done chores maybe once every week.
Wow, you're really you're laying it out there.
Once or twice. I don't know. There are times when I don't do chores the whole week. Why? Because my husband loves to do them. Like, he would leave me in bed before he goes to work, like early in the morning, and he will be cleaning the house, dusting, cleaning the everything, and then washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen, and then you wake up and the whole house is looking so good. Honey, you don't know how that makes me feel better. Like, you wake up and you know that I'm not going to do too much. All I'm going to do is think about how my day is going to go, and then do a few lighter things here and there, and also have time to talk to my family back home. It makes me feel better. Yeah, that is one thing that.
In that case, it's worth it.
Thank you. Oh, I've spoken too much.
I totally forgot there was even a question. I was just listening to you speak nice
Yeah, that
things.
is something I'm really learning from my husband. Summarizing. I'm not good at summarizing. Anyway, there is so many other things.
People love hearing you speak from the heart, though. So.
Yeah, there's so many things that my husband does that, make my life really better in this home. Thank you, babe.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is.
For parts of this video, I'm just going to be speechless because I don't know how to respond when somebody's saying so many nice things.
Stop. Anyway, what's a small daily habit that has strengthened our marriage?
Should I start? Definitely quality time. I think there's couples out there that have extremely busy lives, or maybe they just see relationships in a different light. But every day you and I spend quality time together. If it's just for a few minutes, or weekends especially, maybe it's longer. But I think, being in close proximity with your partner, and then just asking them what's on their mind, that kind of stuff, that's extremely important aspect of a relationship. So I would say quality time.
Whether I am hungry or not, I always wait for my husband to come back. And then we sit together and eat. During the process of us eating together, of course, we talk about life. We talk about how the day was, our plans, the future, the past, all that stuff. For some reason, it has become a habit that most of the times I'm like, oh, let me wait for my husband. Like, however hungry I am, I'll always wait for him to come back, and then we'll sit together and have dinner, unless otherwise.
I don't know how it was for you growing up, but for us, my parents put a strong emphasis on dinner time as well, and I think it's sort of an instinctual, natural thing, and like you said, it's really important.
Yeah. Yeah, so you should also be telling us how, kindly answer
Yeah.
some of these questions.
Maybe some of you guys have family breakfasts or
Yeah.
family lunches, something like that.
Yeah, write down in the comment section. Let's know. Let's speak a leaf as well. Anyway, the next question is, what is one thing you appreciate in your partner that you think other couples could overlook in each other?
And specifically in our relationship,
Yeah, should I answer first?
I have something, but you can go.
Yeah, let me first answer. Um, you say how like we appreciate our partners for everything, but then there are things that we sometimes undermine, and we think, oh, this is basic, like this is something that someone is supposed to do. You
Take
don't
it
have
for
to.
granted.
Yeah, you take it for granted. So there was one thing that I do not take for granted is seeing my husband leave the house every day to go out there and earn a living for us. That is something I don't take for granted. Yeah, as a man, they say, oh, as a man, you have to take care of your home, you have to be the breadwinner. But I mean, he would have decided not to. He has a choice to not to, but he does go out there and, work his ass off and provide everything that we need in this house. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Yep.
Thank you for saying that.
Oh, you're welcome, babe.
I think for me, what it comes down to is just knowing that no matter what, this person has your best intentions at heart. And so with Amito, honey, there has never been a second since we've been dating, or especially married, where even when we're really fighting, I have to think like, does she care about me, or does she want the best for me or this relationship? And so just that unconditional love, I guess you would call it, that is easily the one for me. So
Okay. The next question is, how do you balance personal goals with shared goals in a relationship?
well, the easy sort of obvious answer is you have to balance them. You can't have just personal goals being focused on, and you can't just have a couple goals being focused on, because if one gets neglected, eventually it comes back in a stronger way that isn't ideal. So that's going to be resolved with communication. So you're making it clear to your partner, these are my personal goals, and these are what it seems like are our shared goals, and so how can we go about it? So as we always say, communicate, communicate, communicate.
Yeah, to add on that, we don't leave each other on things.
No.
We talk about everything.
Maybe we have personal goals and relationship goals, but we make a point to like reach over that line and help each other with
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is, how do you stay motivated on hard days?
Okay. And is that motivated at life in general, motivated to keep this relationship going?
I think everything.
Um, so if it's just how do you generally stay motivated on a day-to-day basis, it probably has to be goals. If you don't have an idea of where you want to go or what you want to do and how you're going to get there, then it's easy just to kind of get lost in the sauce, as they say. So I think for Honey and I, there's a lot that we've accomplished, but there's yet so much more that we still would like to do. And so that kind of keeps pushing us forward and gives us something to check in on and say, oh, how are we doing with that? So yeah, goals.
Yeah. Personally, I am really grateful. I feel like God has really been there for us and for me as well as a person. Like most of the times I look at where I have come from, the things that God has been doing for me all my life, even before I met my husband, and sometimes when I am feeling kind of low, I ask myself, why am I feeling this way? Like, there is a lot going on in my life that I'm supposed to be grateful for, you know. God has taken me through even the worst of storms. It is not now that I'm going to give up, you know. So that helps me to motivate myself and, you know, do whatever I'm supposed to do with all that vigor, you know, and strength. So
I really like the duality of our answer. I was saying like looking ahead, and you're saying looking back, and both are important because as you're saying that, that's so true. When I think about, there's lots of times where it's like, well, you've come this far, you're not going to give up now. I mean, think about the things that you passed through and the people who've gotten you to this point, and so that does help carry you forward.
sure. Yeah. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from failure?
Mm, It's really it's really not over until you say it is. Like failure is just part of life. I mean, if you expect to never fail, or when you do fail, if that means that you're going to give up and just be totally demotivated, then you're not going to get very far, and that's just part of the process. So I think taking failure with grace and also learning something from it, and then using that to fuel your, future endeavors, just to not be afraid of failure, but importantly to draw something from it. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over either. So
Yeah, I feel like failure is inevitable. People have done so much not to fail and still failed, you know. But one thing I personally believe in is you just try to do things differently from how you did them back then. So I have failed so many times,
I have
a
to.
number of
I'm
times.
sure you have to.
But normally what I do is if I am doing something that I've failed at before, I'll make sure that I do not do it the same way I did it last time.
Yeah.
I would rather fail this time using a new trick than fail using the same trick that failed me last time. So I try spicing my life up, doing things differently, you know, and that has really kept me in check. Yeah,
That's the recipe. Try again.
yeah. Okay. The other question is, how do you deal with outside opinions about your marriage?
Well, we're kind of experts on that, and I think part of it comes to just making sure that what you have on the inside is super strong. Because as long as you guys know what's cooking and you believe in yourself, and hopefully either you were raised with that inner confidence or you picked it up along the way. The combination of who you are and then who you are as part of this relationship, and then the support you get from your partner, that all coalesce, if you will, to give you this, indomitable spirit. And so that's what I would say is just first you start from the inside, and then that gives you the strength to just not really worry about it.
So I think there is a saying that says, there is this quote that says, hurt people hurt people. My husband and I have been through a series of, people bashing us for the past, I should say, couple of months. Yeah. People judge our relationship a lot. People judge our marriage, and people always say, they give their opinions of why they think we married ourselves. But I personally feel that when someone is hurt, when someone is going through something, they're going to do all they can to make sure that they hurt you as well. They do not want to see you happy when they are not happy. So they want all of you to be in the same loop.
I've heard you describe it one time to me as if somebody is doing well in life and they're pursuing goals and they've got people that they're involved with, they just don't really have the time or the
Not at
energy
all.
to focus on you.
They don't have time to focus on you. They have things to do. They have their
Things
own.
to do, places to be.
They have their own to sort. So why would they be poking their nose into other people's businesses? So I do not mind them because in my mind, I know they're dealing with a lot. So I actually sympathize with them, and I'm like, oh God, give them the grace, give them the mercy, give them the joy that they are lacking, so that they do not look into our joy and try to mess it up.
Yeah, it's easier in practice. In theory than it is in practice, but sort of leading with a little bit of empathy, not too much, but just thinking like, well, this person's probably hurt. I hope they figure it out, and kind of moving on. Not really dwelling on it too much.
Yeah, and also something that I do that my husband does not do, I fight back. Yeah, I fight. Sometimes it is just too much, and trust me, if I meet you and you've been talking ill about my husband or me, it's going down. It's going down. I have the energy. I'll put you down.
She's got energy. Capital E.
Okay, so anyway, we don't care.
Water off the duck's back.
Yeah. Before we continue, let's advertise another business. I promise to support you people with all your businesses free of charge. So today let's talk about Bibi. Bibi is based in Nairobi, Kenya. She's a seamstress, aka fashion designer, aka tailor in the layman's language. Bibi is so good at what she does. Her hands are really gifted. She does what my friend Irene does in Uganda. So if you're in Nairobi, Kenya, and you need someone to design you, to get you the most beautiful outfits, I've seen her work. She's so good at what she does. Kindly trust Bibi. Go and support her. I'll be leaving her details here for you guys. Go and support that girl. I'll be happy if I see you people reaching out to me and telling me, oh, we went and supported Bibi. I love you all. So the next question is, how do you keep up personal friendships in your marriage?
Should I go? I think one economical way to go about it is to try and have your personal relationships or friendships, if that's what we're getting at here, kind of roll into your shared friendships. So what I mean by that is just introducing your friends to your partner, and then chances are they'll get along, and then all of a sudden you guys can all hang out, and it's just fun all the way around. So that's how I've done it. Honey has met all my friends, and they all love her and enjoy spending time with her, and I don't think it's a hard decision for her when I say, hey, we're doing this, do you want to come with us? And she's usually like, yeah. So
yeah, and I have the same answer. Sharing, like letting your partner know about your friends. That's what we have done. And fortunately for my husband, I have met all his friends. Unfortunately for him, he hasn't met all my friends. Why? Because your girl
Because it would be impossible. Numbers don't go that high. Too many friends.
Every other day, I'm speaking to someone different. It's like, oh, honey, who is that? I'm like, oh, do you remember the other friend of mine that I told you?
Was that this person or that person? Oh, that person. Were they there or here? Yeah.
So I have so many friends, but in as much as I have all these friends, I've made sure I tell my husband about all of them. In that, sometimes my husband will just listen to the conversation and know, oh, Amito is talking to so and so from this place. Amito is talking to this person. Like, it's easy for him to listen to our conversation and know the kind of person I am speaking to.
Even if it's entirely in Luganda.
Yes. Let me tell you one thing. I've realized my husband these days listens to Luganda. Because tell me why sometimes I am speaking to my friends and it is maybe hilarious or it is something laughable about. And before we even start laughing, my husband is laughing.
Well, it's if I can kind of understand, even though I can't understand.
Yeah, so
that must be tone or sequencing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, my husband does understand. You remember in the previous video how my husband said Olimba? Like, it blew me away. I was like,
I can't remember what it is, but today with your phone call with Tina, I figured out the word that was like right, like correct. You kept saying that.
That's why you were laughing.
Or no, sorry, true. Like she would say something, and then you would be like, true. But
I said chitufu.
Chitufu, yeah. That's what it was.
I saw my husband laughing and I kept asking him, why are you laughing?
Because it's somebody talks and the other person's just like chitufu.
Anyway, all my friends know about my husband. I do not keep any friends away from my husband. My husband knows all of them. He hasn't met all of them, but at least he knows them. He sees them on video calls. He listens to their voices. That I'm telling you, when my husband was, when I was still, imagine I was going to say when my husband was still in the US, when I was still in Uganda, there are times that I made like I talked to my friends to kind of surprise my husband. So they came and checked on my husband. I mean the friends that stay in the US.
Mm-hmm.
They came and checked on my husband in my absence. You know.
That was cool.
Yeah. So my husband has met a few of them, and he's yet to meet so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they are my friends, but they are my friends, my husband's friends as well.
I feel like she has a friend in practically every state. So if we ever end up somewhere, it's like, okay, who do we know here? See if we can visit them.
The next question is, do you feel your relationship was better while dating or now as a married couple?
Easy peasy, but maybe you want to go first.
No, you can go first.
Obviously, the answer is married.
Okay.
I think they say, sort of the saying is like it's a nice wine, it gets sweeter with age. And so that's how I feel about it. The more time I spend around Honey, the more I get to appreciate all of her beautiful parts inside and out.
Yeah, I think the whole time I still feel nothing much has changed. We are still the same people. We still communicate the same. Maybe what changed was closing the gap.
Oh yeah, I did want to mention that too.
Yes, we closed the gap. Initially, it was a long distance relationship. That's the first thing that changed. And the second thing is we are legally married now. But I feel like it's still the same. These are just like documents that we signed, but it's still the same. The same way my husband treated me when I was in Uganda is the same way he treats me here. And yeah, I do the same. Do I do the same?
You do the same.
I still treat you like I treated you in Uganda?
Honey, you've not changed a single bit.
No, I want you to tell people that you're not on gunpoint, you're not on any knife point. Tell them the truth.
Let me say, she was tough on me before, and she's still tough on me. So nothing has changed there. I knew what I was getting into before I signed it.
Yeah, but it's tough love.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say about the long distance. And so this is a unique aspect for only people that are going to be dating someone and ultimately marrying them long distance. Is that it almost feels like there's more exciting things to discover because you've spent not quite as much concentrated time around each other. So Honey and I have been dating, well, I guess we're married now for years, but when you add up all that time spent around each other, it wouldn't be the same as someone who has spent years with each other. And so, of course, we loved each other and we made that decision to get married, but I'm just really enjoying this quality time that we've gotten to spend over the last 6 months because that's the best part of being in a relationship with somebody is getting to know all those little amazing things.
So it's getting dark. I think you see the video is getting darker because it's getting dark outside. So let's summarize this with the last question, which is, would you rather stay in the USA or Uganda?
Okay, I've been answering first a lot. Why don't you answer?
Okay, I'll be very honest, right?
So,
coming from Uganda, they teach us that the family that you marry into becomes your family. Between my parents, my family, and I, we all know that when I die, of course, we're all going to die. When I die, I am going to be buried at my husband's home.
If that's what you want.
Aww. Yeah, so that is how it's supposed to be, right? So the truth is, I love the US. I love Uganda as well. But I love the US because that's my new home. And I have to embrace it. I have to fall in love because our children are going to be citizens in this country and this is going to be their home. In as much as I love Uganda as well, maybe more, a little bit.
Can't play favorites.
Maybe, yeah, because I mean, home is home. I'll be very honest. Home is home. Uganda will
Oh yeah, you can never take away
forever,
home.
yes, forever be my home, But I think I would choose to stay here for the betterment of my children for now. When time comes, my husband and I will decide to go back to Uganda, and our children will continue living in their home and maybe join us later in life if they wish to. So, all in all, I wouldn't mind staying in Uganda, but because I'm married to my husband, I have to stay at his home for now. Yeah. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, my answer is identical. I would think it makes sense to raise children here, and then when they leave, you can start figuring out how much time do you want to spend where. More specifically, I think I would want to spend parts of the year in both if that was possible. So, I mean, if we're talking about a situation where we're retired, a lot of people here in the U.S., they migrate during the winter. They're called snowbirds, so maybe they go somewhere south like Florida or Arizona, but we could migrate to Uganda or something like that. So it's hard to say, but I definitely want to have both in my life.
Yeah, my husband loves Uganda a lot. He does. So there's a high chance we will be coming to Uganda every year for a few, maybe months or weeks. Yeah, hopefully.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, yeah, those are the questions. What do you think about the questions that I asked us?
They're good. They're really insightful. I hope the viewers have gleaned something from our answers, and maybe they can ask their partner something similar and find out more doing that.
Otherwise, we love you guys so much. You all know.
We do.
By now, you know that we love you so much and we really appreciate you. And thank you so much for watching this video up to the end.
Hey.
Yes, love.
Since as a bonus, if they've made it to the end of the video, maybe they could put the word pumpkin in their comment, and then you can know that they watched to the end of the video.
So write pumpkin. My husband loves pumpkin. So you write pumpkin.
No, I just love fun games. So
For us to know that you watched
we'll know
the
you're a
video
VIP.
till the end. We
But
love
anyway,
you so much.
jokes aside, thank you for spending the time with us. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, and we cannot wait to see you in the next video. May God bless you and bless you all abundantly. Bye-bye. You did well, honey.
Thank you.